over the 18 months that I've been in the role, the National Library has shared 15,000 digital images with Wikicommons, and those have just topped 100 million views in Wikipedia articles. So the question is, what have we learned from this? What can we do better? Maybe some advice. So the big thing really is that GLAMs seem to love these big figures more than anything else, more than volunteer engagement, everything. But then when they sit down in their board meeting and they say 100 million views, everyone just goes bananas. So although they've been really supportive, it's been important as well to still respect objections to open access and sharing vast collections on Commons, because there are still voices within the library that are against sharing huge collections openly, for legitimate reasons. A lot of the staff, with this budget cuts, people are under pressure to raise income within their departments, and naturally they turn to content, digital content, and think, well, we should be monetising this, not sending it away. So you have to be careful and not just assume that they're going to give you all the images. The other difficulty we've come across is very limited systems support, so support in preparing metadata and preparing collections for mass upload. So anyone thinking of doing this, that's something to be aware of. And that has actually led us to hand-pick smaller collections, which hopefully will have had better impact perhaps than sharing a huge collection with very limited categories and metadata. Finally, being persistent, I think, is key. If the answer is no, or we don't have time the first time, politely keep on at them, and eventually you might get somewhere. So, in terms of sort of squeezing the best out of these uploads that we have been able to share, we've done a number of things. For example, we ran a pick-a-thon event, which is like an editathon, but just for adding pictures to Wikipedia. And we actually used that to train some of the staff at the National Library to edit Wikipedia and to add Wikipedia images into articles that didn't have any any images. We've also got a volunteer programme at the National Library of Wales, and we sort of utilised that to our benefit, really. So we got volunteers editing Wikipedia. We came up with a project, for example, we shared front pages of first editions of historical Welsh newspapers, and we then invited volunteers to create short articles about the history of that newspaper and include the images. And that actually led to 120 new articles in English and Welsh, including images, of course, from our collections in each of those articles. Commons provides a really good platform for community engagement with National Library content, and I've done a lot of work promoting content from Commons, from the National Library, on social media. Okay, so we've been tweeting lots about big image releases that we've done, about important images that have been released to Commons. Some of those have been picked up by the BBC, who've run articles, and pictures have been featured in magazines and blogs, so that's drawn a lot of attention to the project and got even more use out of the images. And then finally, very quickly, we decided not to stop there. A lot of these image collections have been catalogued by the library. They've got a lot of metadata, so we're now looking at adding that metadata to Wikidata, and looking at ways that you can bring the images in from Commons to Wikidata and sort of analyse collections in a whole different way. You can put them on timelines, you can view them on a map, and there's lots of cool things that you can do in Wikidata. And the aim of that really is to sort of get GLAMs thinking about using Wikicommons and Wikidata as a way of visualising and exploring their own collections within their own websites, hopefully in the future. That's basically the sum of it.